Welcome to the best top 10 LR tier list you're going to see on YouTube for Dokkan Battle GDC 2025 edition. Now, before we lock in and we actually go through all the LRs that I have right here in this tier, these are all of the top tier LRs in the game that you can run right now. There are some other LRs I really wanted to put on here, but all of these LRs are very incredible and you can still run them. Buhan might be on the shortest end of this list, but he does have dodging and healing in his kit. But these are all of the top LRs in the game. LR UI Goku, if he dodges, bro, he is the most useful character. He has always been ever since his EZA last year. So this is pretty crazy that we have this many LRs that are good right now. I've always loved this super EZA of this Gohan. If you dodge at this point, you are very valuable. Because right now the meta has shifted to slot 1 characters again. It's so stupid. Like, we started year 10 with going back to stacking, and now we're right back into fast paced slot 1 units are very needed. Gogeta gets killed very quickly. It's so ridiculous now. But there are 3 number ones, but there's clearly one number one that pushes, pretty much over the edge. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time. I'm just going to put 10 through 4 up, and we're only going to talk about 1 through 3. All right, so as you can see, I got Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4 Goku number 10, LR Vegeta number 9, Vegeta number 8, 7 is the LR Gods, 6 is LR Omega, 5 is Rose, 4 is the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta character. They are here because they have a guaranteed nullification and scouter. Like, you cannot replicate this. No other character has what they have in their kit. It's so useful and so crazy. If you've been in the streams, you have seen how useful this has came in handy, especially with the Shadow Dragon boss rush. So everybody is here for their own simple reasons. Take Vegito takes a hit because during the 10th anniversary, I told you guys that at that time I was worried about Vegito's kit because Vegito to me never had enough defense. At the time he did. Right now he does not. So, but he does obviously dish out a bunch of attacks when it gets hit, blah, 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 blah. But they have to be normals, not supers. This guy will be good forever. If I had to pick, like, we can do this, and this is how close they were getting as far as, rankings and stuff. We can do this right here. And then now we can talk about the top 3, because I really don't want to, it doesn't really matter. These are the top 10 characters in the game right now. Conveniently enough, the ad just showed up. I'm not gonna waste my time talking about these characters. You guys know. We're here to talk about these guys, right? Like, this is who we're here to talk about. The top 3. Who are the top 3 characters in Dokkan Battle? I can tell you guys right now that even though I love this guy, his kit at the time blew me away, but I noticed something very glaring in his kit. So this is the ranking that we're going with, and I will explain. Everybody's gonna rearrange these top 3. 4 through 10 is going to be whatever you decide that they are. Doesn't really matter as long as they're there. But to me, this is the most optimal tier list to put everybody in. Take Vegito takes a hit. This guy is always going to be good. This is the rest of them. AGL UI Goku is so valuable because he can dodge. I've never liked the LR Tech Gods. I like their leader skill. I like the active skill. I like the dodging that they can do. I like the aura. I do like everything about that. But as far as running them, I'm never picking them unless I have to pick them. Like for a Fuse Fighters team, which I'm so glad I never had to bring them again because we have 2 Super Saiyan 4 Vegetos. I mean, not Vegetos, Gogetas. But yeah, I mean, they're still good. I never really cared about this character. I've always been Monkey fan all day, every day. and it's still that, like, look at the huge gap. Like, there's a gap between these two with them still being good. All right, so LR Gogeta, let's talk about him real quick. I'm going to tell you why he's number 3, and it's really not up for debate. Like, LR Gogeta, like, hold on, before I do that, let me explain everybody's kit. LR Gogeta is the most dominant slot 1 unit in Dokkan Battle history. Let me repeat that. He is the most dominant slot 1 unit ever created. Slot 1, turn 1, he is the most dominant one ever. If there is a Ki Blast nullification that he can do. A Gohan is very good until you're ready to switch into Goten and Trunks, and then they are just so nasty. Blue Goku and Vegeta, funny enough, they have actually been the best LR in this entire celebration, to be honest. They've had the best leader skill, they've had the best kit as far as dodging goes. Everything about them is just so fantastic. But let me talk to you guys about LR Gogeta. Him, Mr. Hype, Mr. Aura, him. Can you look at his super attack effects and tell me what the fuck he's missing? Yeah, that's right. Defense. If you cannot kill the boss, there's a problem. Now, in his kit, he does have a bunch of defense. Like turn 1, look at this. He's supporting for 4 turns. Superclass allies get Ki +3, defense 70%, right? And then for this first time coming out, launching super attacks, they're all crits. Beautiful, awesome. Right here, Ki +3 attacking defense 300%, right? Then he receives an additional Ki. All of his attacks are effective against all types. High chance to perform a critical hit. He guards all attacks. He has 50% damage reduction. He launches an additional super attack. When he attacks, he gets 300% attack. When he gets hit, he gets 200% defense. When he receives a super attack, he gets defense 200% temporarily. And then he has a 70% chance to nullify. He straight up guarantees nullifies with an HP condition, which is why Super Saiyan 4 EZA Gogeta is better, because if he just faces one enemy, he can just do it all day, every day, and he counters everything. This guy just nullifies Ki Blast supers, and you have to be under the 70% threshold to get that guaranteed. And then after he does 3 or more attacks, he does an additional super attack. And then after 7 or more attacks in battle, he gets Ki +4. Then he has guaranteed crit the rest of the battle. The problem, and he also has 70% defense in his active skill. The problem moving forward after the Supreme Magnificent battle with the Hybrid Saiyans, with Gohan doing 13 million supers, Trunks doing 12 million supers, Gogeta's going to be a problem. And I think if we give him dodge and he can dodge some of those supers, yes, he might be valuable. But the problem is, I think he needs to be hit. It can be activated starting from the next turn after the character receives an attack, which is not that bad. But if that attack is a 13 million super, he suffers a whole lot. Now, of course, on the aging side, like this Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he literally just dominates the entire game. Just, it's so crazy how good his defense is slot 1. If there's like weaker content around him, like you can pretty much take this character solo, and you can solo every single Dokkan event that Dokkan has ever put out, all the hard stuff, even the year 10 stuff. I'm pretty sure he can probably go through Red Zone and just dominate everything. But if the fights get any harder than the Supreme Magnificent battle, he will have trouble. So just keep that in mind when it comes to this guy. And I'm so mad that he has to be number 3. Now, let me explain this character. As a Gohan fan, this has nothing to do with Gohan at this point. Gohan is good enough to hang around to survive like the first and second turn that he comes out, and his active skill changes all Ki spheres to Int and Rainbow Ki spheres, is so he can do this. So when there's another 2 or more Hyper Saiyan category, no. This 12 or more int key spheres obtained, or 5 rainbow key spheres obtained. He gets defense 258%, he gets 20% damage reduction, and then he supports all allies attack and defense 58%, which is so clutch because they are on Fused Fighters, Time Limit, Earthbred Fighters, and of course, Bond, a Parent and Child, which dang near every good superclass character is on this entire thing right here. Majin Buu Saga, they decide to buff that team again. Super Saiyans will always be so good. Oh my gosh, I forgot this is a Super Saiyan buff too. My goodness, because all the Hybrid Saiyans are pretty much on here, and their youth on top of that. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about crap, if I can find them. These two little menaces. They actually gave us 2 awesome Super Saiyan Goten and Trunks back to back, because they easy the Dokkan Fest Goten and Trunks last year from the Bio Broly movie. Now they're giving us yet another one. They gave us another one, Chad. So they're 12 key, they raise attack and defense for 4 turns. Then they raise superclass allies attack 50%, and a great chance of raising superclass allies defense by 50% every time they do their 18 key, and then they just stack right there. Bro, this is the only thing that I want to talk about. When receiving a super attack, they get 15% chance to dodge. All allies get key +3 attack and defense 30%, and then youth category allies chance of dodging 5% for 2 turns. This 15% dodge combined with this, you're always going to get a 77% chance to dodge, right? So let me break out the calculator real quick. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. 77 plus 15% is 92% chance to dodge. And then you add in the 5% from the hidden potential system. That's 97. If you give them any more dodge, you just need 3 more dodge, and now you're at 100% chance to dodge from the hidden potential system. So from the kit, you get 92. And if you boost it up in the hidden potential system, you can have 100% chance to dodge at all times. I really wanted to put this character at number 1, but I can't, because the best character has all 3 of these LRs on his team, bro. Well, on their team. These guys, Goku and freaking Vegeta. It took me a long time to finally use this character, because in part 1, for those who was in the streams and those who seen the content, you know that I was all on Rose hype train because he had the Super Bosses buff. Super Bosses was good for part 1, yada yada yada. But this Goku and Vegeta are so freaking good, bro. It's so ridiculous. They raise allies defense by 60% every time he does an 18 key super. Are you kidding? And he can sit in slot 1. Now, of course, he has to dodge. So if I can ever get more dupes of this guy, I would give him absolutely all the dodge in the world. And additionals, probably definitely additionals I would be giving him. But this guy is just so incredible. And then, not to confuse this with Tech UI Goku, because I did, but his active skill, he raises attack 300% temporarily and causes ultimate damage. He gives himself attack and defense 20% for the rest of the fight. And if you are in a fight that cancels dodge, he completely takes that away from just this unit. From just this unit, he takes it away. Now, if you actually, don't have a skill issue, if you bring a second friend unit, this one can be a Vegeta. He can sit in slot 3 with the 150% attack with the guaranteed crit, and his father-son Galagon Buffs all future Saga category allies attacking defense 15%, plus an additional 10% for characters who belong to a bond parent and child for 4 turns. Now think about that for a second. If you get AGL Super Gogeta, and if you pop this in slot 3, and then you get this guy with the Vegito active skill, I would say that would probably, you're either right there with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta with the 99 million, because there's only a couple of characters in the game that can do 99 million crits, and that's Dokkan Battle, that is LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and probably this Vegito if you build him up. The Rose and Zamasu cards, I think they can do it too. I think I got close to doing it with them, but it wasn't like a proper setup or anything like that. So that's my top 10. This is the best character overall in the game. Like I have to say overall, leader skill, kit, all that stuff. I don't like including teams in these top tier lists because that crap doesn't matter to me. Is the unit itself good? Teams don't matter. You wanna know why teams don't matter? Because Dokkan can buff the team later, which Gohan, the LR in Gohan, his team is gonna be buffed probably later. I wouldn't doubt it if they get buffed next year. Like the hybrid Saiyan buffs are coming, because if physical Ultimate Gohan that does that beast after skill ever gets his EZA at the end of the year or next year, hybrid Saiyans is going to be so back, bro. So y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. It's your boy Smooth, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.